Hello, everyone. It's ArtisanTony and Artisan Barret, and we're testing out our new Artisan Meats website. Actually, it's meat.artisantony.com. And even though Night Strike has been mean to me lately, I want to thank him for helping me set this up. And this was obviously a move to have our own means of live streaming and hangouts due to YouTube's fanaticism. And anyway, how are
Cool.
you doing, Barret?
Mhm. Pretty good.
So the reason Barret and I are doing this is because we need to talk about his deck, and I thought we would just test out the ability of, one thing that artists in construction can use this for is meeting with clients. And I've actually already done this once, and it worked fairly well, but I still want to continue to test it. So I'm going to screen share Barret. And then I'm going to go to your drawing.
All right.
Does that look pretty good?
Yep, I can see it.
So, what Barret has is a backyard, a fenced backyard. How you like that fence, Barret? It's pretty close.
Pretty nifty.
The dimensions are pretty close. This is 26 feet from here to the fence. Now, Barret and I, this is really you've only seen this for a few minutes, right? Because before I had this
We had
setup.
a different design.
Barret has a pool in his backyard, and it's kind of an old, not older, but it's not the most expensive pool.
Yeah, it's
So
cheap.
what I'm trying to get him to do is build a deck that is not reliant on the shape of the pool, so that if this pool ever goes bye bye, then you just have a standard deck. That's my goal. But let's see, what did you do with that drawing? You had an idea of making like an angle here,
Yeah,
and
that's what I thought.
okay, and if
Make it come.
yeah, I mean, you're the customer. You'll get what you want, but I just want to make my case first, and then whatever you decide is what we'll do. Okay?
I mean, it's that drawing I sent you on the phone that I just did.
Yeah, I know, but I ignored that. Okay, so I'm just kidding. I saw it. I mean, here's the thing. I wanted to show you this, and this pool is pretty close to yours. Okay, you see these angles
Yeah,
right here?
yeah,
They're real short, right? So they don't. Um, In other words, you would have just a little, like maybe a 4 or 5 foot corner taken off here, right? You wouldn't have that long of a. What am I trying to say? If we rotated this, if I rotated the pool 45 degrees, here's my little thing, 45. Let's see, I don't have to rotate it 45. Well, I guess these are not at 45-degree angle, or I'd have to do the math, but I'd have to count the number of segments. Let me see if I can just rotate it manually to make my point. Let's say, let's say we oh, don't start that. I need to get away from the pool here. There we go. You see what I'm saying? Like, uh, I guess what I'm saying is that um, if you took the corner off the deck, you wouldn't really be gaining anything. You would be losing square footage on your deck, and
yeah.
if this pool ever went bye bye and you got a bigger one or a smaller one, or just decided the pool was too risky because you don't want your baby falling in the pool. Uh, but see, this way, if you did it this way, you could have a gate right here on the corner. You'd have a gate right here. And then if you ever decided to do away with the pool, we would just fill in that section of the handrail. You know how we cut out the section of handrail on my back deck to put the steps going down?
Yeah, but I think a designed angle wouldn't look bad though. I get that it takes away part of the deck, but heck, I got a lot more deck than I would have had in that other crazy design I was thinking about doing.
Yeah, I mean,
So
this deck is pretty big. I mean, it's bigger than any deck we've built on like a spec house. It's like 22 feet. It's actually 25 feet long.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what the deck was. What is that?
It's I think it's 16 or 14. Let's see. It's 14'3", and what I did was I just made these joists. We'll make the joist whatever length they are, right? We'll just square the ends on them. Like if we bought 14-foot 2x10s, um,
Yeah, I understand what
that
you're
was
saying.
Alex texting me. I'm trying to get him to come home from Wofford, but he wants to stay. He's a brave boy. He wants to stay. He gets out for spring break next
Yeah, I
week.
went and looked at their thing to see what they're doing, but doesn't look like they're doing anything.
Here's the thing. Well, they don't have any cases yet, so
Yeah.
of course, we've probably all been exposed to it in one way or the other. But anyway, uh, well, the reason I think you ought to save some yard out here in case you want to build or have a swing set or a tree house or
Well, we
those.
got a whole side yard for all that, but I
I
hear
know.
you.
Okay, well, I know, but this is parts fenced in, and when your kids are small, think like a daddy now. Okay, this part's fenced in. You can have a sandbox or something out here for LT to play in. Little Tony. Now look, we've already decided that little Tony works whether it's a boy or a girl, right? You just spell it.
Well, we we're planning on doing a chain link around the side eventually, around
Yeah,
the side.
yeah. You've got this
So
whole big yard over here. I'm not showing, but
yeah,
but uh, but I'm just saying if you're sitting on the deck and your child is playing, here, you can keep an eye on him pretty close. If he's over
yeah, I'm sure
here,
Courtney heard that. She'd be interested in that idea.
yeah, over here you got to worry about him trying to escape and get over the fence and get out. Go to freedom, get to freedom, and
Freedom.
you don't want him getting in the creek over there. That's a. But anyway, I mean, the thing about it is, this deck doesn't look that big, but this is huge. It's going to be, if you keep the bigger. Here's my thing. You know how we used to have it so there was like just a walkway to this door. Excuse me.
Yeah,
And we before, and people don't know this, but we used to have just like a 4 foot walkway, and then it came out like that, and then went down. Well, you know how Courtney was saying that it's crowded, up here at the top where the landing is now. Let's see.
yeah,
Right now, you got this landing, and she was talking about how crowded this is. I keep trying to rotate the picture like it's 3D.
yeah,
But she was talking about how crowded this is. So
yeah,
if you walked up to the top of the steps, and we made the steps 4 foot wide, these are wide steps. Then there wouldn't be any restrictions, at the top. You'd already be on the deck. So, and then you could have your pool over here, and you'd have almost your whole backyard free for playing or whatever. I just wonder. I mean, this deck is going to be. I don't think I've changed the floor. I don't think I moved the there. that's that's not right. I was playing.
that's huge.
Well, that's not right. I mean, I was. I don't know how it got that big, but I was playing around with uh,
Be cool. I'd love to wrap around, but
the joint. Well, the
expensive.
joint patterns. So, but anyway, that's not right. So
Yeah,
when we decide on the shape of the deck, I'll fix the decking. But my point is that even if I did click on this and just wait a minute, what's going on now? Oh, that's weird. Let's
this
take.
thing's definitely laggy. By the way,
Is
I
it
can see it, but it's laggy.
really?
Yeah, it's definitely not smooth. It's not. I don't know how many frames, but it's not 32 frames a second. That's for sure.
60.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Uh, what does it look like? I guess you would have to be recording it on your end for me to be able to see what it looks like.
Yeah,
But let's just say that. I mean, now let's move this.
it's good enough to work with. That it's not like it's going to hinder that much.
What do you mean?
But
You mean the laggy?
yeah,
So I'm saying that you know that's a huge deck.
Well, we're thinking like, a grill, hot tub, fire pit, chairs,
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
whole nine.
I don't think you need to fill up your whole backyard with a deck. If you were going to do that, I
I
was.
think we can go another like what, 3 feet or something.
Well, the most.
Good.
I think you got 16 foot would be the next. But see, you got to.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
We were talking about that originally, 16.
So what I'm thinking like a contractor, right? So these joists if we went 16, that's fine. But these joists will only span like 12'6", and and I've got and see a deck is really supposed to be designed for more heavier loads than your house because on a deck you typically have more people. You're entertaining. So I mean, I've even designed decks that
Yeah.
were 200 pounds per square foot, right, where your house is 40 pounds per square foot. So um, what I was doing here was trying to get by with just one beam. You know,
Yeah, I see that.
we're
Yeah.
talking about it's just 4 footings for this whole this whole thing.
Yeah.
Could be really easy, but if you want to make it bigger, if we make it bigger, we're going to have 2 rows of beams. Like let's just say, that would be easy to fix right quick. If I move this out, did I make that? If I move this out 2 feet, is it really that laggy? That's depressing.
Yeah.
And
I
I,
see it eventually. Yeah.
and I've got these. I've got these as components, so I can just do one and they'll all come. That makes that easy. So, but see that means this beam, this girder row. Let's see if I have it as it should all be one thing. That means this would have to be moved out 24, and then you would have to have one. What's that? Back at 7 feet, because these joists can't span 7 feet like that.
Yeah, that's a beast right there now.
Yeah, you got. I mean, one thing you got to think about is, with this Corona thing, you might have a loss of revenue from your business, and this deck is going to cost more. But if that's what you want, that's what we'll do. What I wouldn't do is put that notch in it because it's gonna basically cost almost the same. As a matter of fact, the labor would be more. This would be cheaper on labor to build it, where all these joists are just the same length, and then we had 2 runs. Then trying to build this thing where it comes back and then goes to this door. Um, Remember that when we had just like a walkway going to this door?
Yeah, no, I definitely don't want that. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when we had the pool over here. Remember? And we
Yeah,
had
no, I like the location of the pool
this
for
this
sure.
this kind of part of the yard is not really that functional anyway because you got the stairs coming down and you got the gate right here. So this is really a good place to waste for the pool. And you got just enough room to walk, you know, weed eat between here and there. So, and then again,
Yeah, grass will probably die anyways right there.
and then
Something.
you got all this for yard.
Yeah. Hmm.
So you want to look at it like that. I certainly don't want to put the handrail is going to be kind of a pain, so I want to get this framing kind of laid out before I start putting handrails and stuff around it.
Yeah, I like that, Dad. How much? How much? I mean, how much is that deck gonna be?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't take that much to figure it out. I mean, these. Let's see, I'm still screen sharing, right? We can
Yeah.
go. We can go to what is that little thing? Let's go to Home Depot right quick. Home Depot. And 2x, I forgot how they designate their 2x. Let's just make it what I think it is. I think they put a space and then 10 inches pressure.
Yeah, because the 14 wouldn't work anymore, right? You'd have to stack 2x10s. That's what you're saying.
You'd have to have 16 footers now.
16.
I don't know why I didn't just go ahead and put that in. 16 feet. 2x10s 12. 2x10s. What? Let me put a little space in there. I know they're picky about how you do the pressure treated. 2x10s 12. Don't they have 16 footers? Let's go to one of these, and then what I've learned is you can kind of look up here, pressure treated lumber. Let's see. I know they have 16 footers. Or we can extrapolate it by the linear foot joists, 2x10s. Here we go.
So that would be 8.
What in the world? It looks like they're not showing 16 footers, but let's do it by the foot. So
I thought you had like that plug-in thing where you could estimate the cost for people on that plug-in thing you did a video on.
What are you talking about?
There was like this cost estimator thing that was like a plug-in for SketchUp, and you could just like put in all the stuff.
I'm the cost estimator. I'm the cost estimator, man. No, are you talking about my Medic extensions? These are just for drawing.
Yeah, I guess so.
These are just for drawing. They don't.
I could have swore I saw a video on that one time.
Well, I'll have to search it. After 3,000 videos, maybe I've just forgotten about it. But okay, so these are $24 a piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's $600 right there.
Yeah.
Then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's another 360. Let's just say that's $1,000 for the framing.
Okay.
And then
right.
You got your steps. Now your decking. Let's go back. We could probably get by with using that decking that we used on my front porch, just treated right. You're not going to buy Kumaru or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely not that expensive stuff that was messing up on you.
No, that's not expensive. That's this stuff. That's just treated. I bought the cheap stuff, man.
The stuff that like started blackening on you and stuff.
Oh, that. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that. Are you talking about the Siberian larch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I mean, honestly, that customer was just being a little picky. Okay. That's called wood spores, and that's just kind of a natural occurrence in some wood. Okay. It's called character marks, but.
Got it.
Barrett's talking about a job where we had to take a pressure washer, and we about had to take the top layer of grain off of this 1,000 square feet of Siberian larch because it came from Russia with some kind of mold spore, and it had a little black dot. Anyway, it's a long story, but we sandblasted it off. But it was kind of funny. You could see where the grain was raised, where we took part of the grain off. But okay, so those are $13 a piece, 5/4 by 6 by 16. Okay, so you're going to have 16 and 10. So let's just say roughly. Well, let's figure out how much that is per square foot.
We hadn't looked up the 4x4s yet.
So you mean 6x6s? We don't use
6x6.
We don't use those cheap 4x4s.
8.
So that would be 8 square feet. Let's see, not quite 8 square feet because they're not a full 6 inches. I think if we figured it's 7.5. So let's just say 14 divided by 7.5 is $1.8 a square foot. So if you hit 25 times 16,400, that's about $800 in flooring, decking. So where were we?
You said 800.
Yeah, it's about $800 worth of decking. So that's $2,800 so far, right? Weren't
All
we?
right.
We were at like 2,000, and then we added the decking, 2,800, and then so
I
now
thought
what? We were at $1,000
I thought you
for.
said 1,000.
We're at the. Don't confuse me. We were at $1,000 for the joist. Okay. Then we had
Okay.
the band 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember we had $360 worth. I'm trying to text Alex and do estimating at the same time. You think we can somehow convince them? Yeah, I can. I think I can. I'm gonna try. That's what I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna try. I
Nice.
want Alex to come home from college because all the local schools are closing. But anyway, so we were at 1,000 plus 360, which I said 400, right? So that's 1,400. I was rounding up to 2,000 for tax in these steps,
Gotcha. All right.
and then about $800 with the flooring.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean for $3,000 you could buy easily. For less than 3,000 you could buy all the concrete, the 6x6s.
I mean, Paco's doing it right. That's another what 1,000.
No, I don't. I mean, I think what we should do with Paco is just let him come one day and frame this and put down as much
Yeah.
and do the flooring too. Yeah, we didn't want to start doing the flooring. So
So how much?
even if they took 2 days, it would be only $1,000.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I estimated spending like about 4 grand or something. So
I think you can do that, and you can also. I
pretty
mean, you
cool.
wouldn't have to do it like all at once necessarily. I mean, we could go out and dig these footings and have them ready. You know,
Yeah.
so that you wouldn't have to pay anybody. I mean, I don't know. We really want to pour all these. We really want to dig all these holes and get them poured. When you dig them, you don't want to dig a hole and leave it for a long time because it'll just fill back in with mud and crap when it rains. So if you dig a hole, you really want to fill it full of concrete. So we'd want to have 3 or 4 bags per hole.
Don't you like put plastic underneath there or
Underneath
something?
where
And there's something you're supposed to put under the deck. You're supposed to
just
put
that landscape fabric.
Hmm.
You know that
Cool.
the black fabric that you roll out to keep the.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. I don't think. I mean, the thing is, I mean, I don't think the weeds are going to grow up. Anyway, I mean, what are you going to have? Kudzu coming up between the cracks of the deck? I don't think so. You know,
I was just curious.
man eating kudzu. But I
So
think
I'll be able to use the 2 concrete pads for the stairs.
that's the way I got this laid out. Remember yesterday when you gave me those dimensions?
Yeah.
The reason this deck stops right here is because when we run these steps down, that concrete pad was right here. I don't know if
So
you
the handrails are going to be on every side except for where the pool. Yeah. You have
no,
one little
we would
small one.
have you would have a handrail here. It's just one section, like you'd have a corner post, right? And I'll show you. I'll redo this. We'll have to decide whether we want. So on 16 feet, you'd have at least 4 posts. You'd have 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? You'd have 5 posts, one on the end, one on each end, and 3 in the middle.
And you frame them on the inside of the joist. That's what you usually do, isn't it?
No, remember how we did mine? We notched and we bolted them on the outside, which remember.
How that work with the pool though?
Well, what you do
Have to
is
do it
you
on
just
your
leave
side
out.
too.
You put one on the corner, right? And what I would do is I would move the I had the pool back here, didn't I? I would put this ladder or whatever, and we would have a post right here and one right here, and the gate would just be right there. Or you could move it, to there's going to be, there'll be a post right here somewhere at 4 feet, and then another one, you know, and then right there you'd have a gate, just big
Hmm.
enough.
I
Just
guess you don't like doing the inside because then you have to notch the decking. That's why.
well, you don't gain anything from doing that. The thing is, you can if you do it the way we did the back deck and in the front deck, you just and the way we've always done them, is just put all your decking on, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, you're gonna have to notch the decking either way because you normally would notch the when you decide where your posts are going, you'll notch the decking for the post. Does that make sense? Unless you just run the decking out flush. Is that what we did on the back deck? I think we just ran the flooring flush, and then we have to because our balusters are also screwed to the outside too.
Hmm. Dad. I don't know.
Let's
Cool.
go.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Let's do one little search here. Deck handrails.
Yeah, 'cause we didn't even figure that into the
Well,
cost.
here let's see. Trying to make it keep it simple because when you have this bottom rail thing going on, um, see see how these are. This one right here. I can't get the picture big enough. There we go. See how those are screwed to that bottom rail.
Yeah.
Remember on ours we let them come on down and we screw them into the band, and that eliminates that bottom 2x4.
Mm. That's more safe with a baby, anyways. I guess
Yeah, you don't want to stick. Why do I keep saying her? I think I'm trying to use reverse psychology. Uh,
on yourself.
yeah, on myself. It's gonna be a boy. It's gonna be a boy. Let's see. Let's go back to this for a second and see if we can actually find the one I'm talking about. We don't have to do it this
Gonna
way.
hear the heartbeat Monday.
I don't know if you, huh?
Gonna hear the heartbeat Monday.
Why can't I find?
We have an appointment Monday at 10 a.m., so I won't be able to come in on Monday.
Here's a picture
Just
of
now
it.
thought about that.
Here's a picture of it from the deck itself. Why is that picture shaking? That's odd. That was
But
bizarre.
no, I just figured we would do the handrails that we did when we were working with Gary or whatever.
That's what I'm trying to show you.
Yeah. That's fun. I don't really care about the handrail system. Like you said, just something works and it's not expensive. So
Remember how easy it was? We didn't have to cut them exactly. I mean, we cut them. We set up a jig and we cut them all the same length. And but you didn't.
yeah.
Here it is right here. This is the easiest way to do.
Yeah, yeah,
Why is it that when you click on the picture, the actual picture you clicked on doesn't come up sometimes? It's going to be all the
yeah.
way at the bottom. You might see. That's it. See how these are nailed to the band? So I can get a yeah. See, especially on the stairs. This actually see how they come down and they nail on the side of the
Yeah, look
stringer.
fine. Yeah.
That
I
makes it.
got you, Dad.
That actually makes this. That turns the stringer. See how these are nailed. I don't like running them all the way down to the bottom. I like leaving a couple of inches, so I think it looks better. But see how your posts are bolted?
Yeah.
It's just easier to do. I like those sonotubes. We don't need to do yours that way because yours is close to the ground. But
Oh,
here we go. I don't like running them down to the bottom. I like leaving a couple of inches down there, right? You know how we cut ours.
that's the bottom
The
right there.
bottom. Remember at the bottom we let them come up a couple of inches.
Yeah.
But that's the easiest handrail to do, right there. Because you run a screw in here and you can run two down here, and this is Trex, which is I don't like. It's plastic and it's expensive.
Yeah, I think the main reason why I like it better now is just because it's longer, obviously, but also because the pool actually looks like it's supposed to be there. Like if it's a little bit more in the middle, then you have like the handrail and handrail on both sides. It makes it look better, you know?
This is weird. They're using a hurricane tie as a joist connector. That's their beam or something, and they got this joist. That's a hurricane tie right there. That's weird.
Ugh. Ugh.
Are you getting bored on me already?
No, did you hear what I said?
What? Yeah, I heard what you said about the pool.
Yeah, I don't want it to be on the corner because it looks stupid. I like it to be more like right there. That way you can at least have handrail on both sides.
No,
it looks like it's supposed to be there.
That's fine. Yeah, yeah. That makes more sense. That's why I moved it down. I didn't know how much room we had over here, but it looks like we got plenty of room to have the walkway going to the gate that's right there. So
yeah,
and again, it gives you more backyard right here. So all right, well, thanks for meeting. Thanks for having our client meeting. Let me go back to the.
Yeah, the first thing I'd have to do is, based on that drawing you got, I'd have to figure out the location of the pool that you have right there so I can move this pool to that location. That's like the first thing I'd have to do.
Well, I would just take the pool down and build the deck first. We need to build the deck before we put the pool back up.
Oh, that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. You don't want to have to be building the deck up against.
That's why you're the contractor.
Well, I mean, that's just how I would do it.
No, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, totally. I mean, so I'm just going to take that daggone pool. I'm just going to take it apart. Yeah, I'm just going to take it apart.
Yeah, you're going to have to anyway to move it, right?
Yeah. All right, that's a good plan. Got you. I'm gonna take it apart and then I'm gonna move that daggum sand. I guess. Don't know.
I mean, the video looks pretty good right now on my end. When we first started, it was kind of grainy looking, but now I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it'll lag and it'll be grainy, but if you like give the chance a second, it like loads and it looks fine. So just kind of like it's just not like super fast, but it's it's workable.
I mean, the server only costs $25 a month. What do you expect? It's not like a gaming. It's not like we're gonna game on it or something. We're just gonna talk. We could, I guess, play America's Army. Is that even a thing? Is that still a thing?
I don't know. They might have closed the servers for that down. I don't know.
That's funny. It went for a long time, though, didn't it? I just remember lobbing 203s at the other teams' spawn. That was always fun. But anyway.
I guess just
RPG,
send me a picture of that so I can send it to Courtney. Show her.
Okay. All right. Video. Well, thanks a lot. Hope you're feeling better. One thing I noticed is Barrett's not feeling too good today, so I hope you're feeling better. Hope you get to feeling better.
Thanks, Dad.
Don't get corona.
No, it's not corona.
All right. Thanks, son. I'll see you.
Yeah, Dad.
Let me tell you, see you.